Welcome back to KMG Power Sports. We're going to do a short video today just to show you how to change the oil on your dirt bike. So what we have here is we have a brand new dirt bike, and before we send these out, we do get the factory oil out of these. It's kind of a shipping oil. It is just designed to keep the engine from corroding on the inside. So what we do is we replace that oil with some AMSOIL full synthetic oil to help protect this engine down the road. I'm going to hand this over to Knox, who's going to go ahead and do the oil change for us. So he's got his drain pan ready. And I think keep in mind, your bolt is going to be a 17 millimeter bolt. If you are on something other than a 17 millimeter bolt, you are on the wrong one. All right, 17 millimeter socket on the drain bolt, loosening. Now, what's important here is to not drop the washer that is on this drain plug. And when it comes off, you'll see that there's a little aluminum washer. It needs to be in place when that drain plug goes back in, otherwise you are going to get a little bit of a seep off of the engine and you will lose some oil. Right, once your oil has stopped draining, it's gone to a drip, what you do is you hold your bike level and it's going to let a little bit more of the oil out. That way you just really get everything, it's especially important to get everything out when if your oil is really dirty. Which in this case it's not, so it's not quite as crucial. But let's get it all out anyway. Rock the bike back and forth a couple times. And there we go. Got it all. All right, set back on its side. And now, we'll go ahead and take the drain plug. Again, making sure that the gasket is in place. Put it in there, started by hand. And then take the wrench and give it just a small snug. You don't want to go crazy tight on this guy. All right, that's enough right there. All right, now let's go ahead and take the dipstick out. And for the most part, any of these engines that have a horizontal cylinder, like this one here, are going to take 800 milliliters of oil. This one even has a stamped or cast into the case, just as a reminder. But if you've got pretty much anything with this engine and it doesn't have an external oil cooler or anything, 800 milliliter is going to be your amount. On these bottles, there's a little mark on the side. You see we've got it right there at 800. So we can just pour it in and we know it is going to be correct.
Starts. If your oil level is within this range, that is okay for operation. If it gets any lower than this point, or really I would prefer maybe a quarter inch before that, then your oil is too low and it is time for you to go ahead and change it or add oil in if it is clean.
Well, what happens if you let that oil get too low or too dirty?
So if it gets too low or too dirty, it's going to get inside of all of your engine components and it will start causing severe damage. If it is too low, the engine will not get enough lubrication, and therefore all the metal components that are moving together will get way too hot and they will start molding into each other and causing lots of internal damage. And at that point, you'd have to replace your motor, which nobody wants that.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's go ahead and check it. Looks like the oil is right there towards the top of the crosshatch, right there. So we are good. And just to keep in mind, you do not need to screw in the cap to check your oil. Just simply set it down. But after that, after you're finished, go ahead and tighten it down.